Hey guys, welcome to this recent pick-me-ups video for today, September 4th, 2020, the start of Labor Day weekend. Hope you all are having uh, starting a starting point to it very safely, I should say, or starting it off safely. But yeah, this is a recent pickups video. I just want to show you what I recently picked up, purchased online and physically in store. It's not much, but it's kind of cool to have, if not a little unusual, if not weird, especially when you see, what some of the items are, especially who the items are based on and what gimmicks they were given. So, with that said, though, let's not, you know, let's not push this back any further or procrastinate any further. And let's take a look at some of the more recent pickups that I got over the past week or two, if not the past month, but mostly in the past few weeks. So the first one we're going to talk about is one I actually got about several weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago or something like that. This is number 427 out of 500. You can actually see that there. It says it right there. You can actually see that. 427 out of 500. And this is the re-release, thanks to Return to Analog, and it said it right there too, that's who it is. Return to Analog. This is the re-release of the Evergreen Nights album. This was the soundtrack basically to the 1980s to 1990s, or basically 1985 to 1991 animated Raccoon series, which of course spawned from several specials that preceded it, like the Christmas Raccoons, the Raccoons on Ice, the Raccoons in the Lost Star, the direct-to-video special Raccoons Let's Dance. Basically, this is basically the series that this soundtrack is based on. It spawned from all that, and all these songs that are on there are in the series. I don't know if you can see that, but all these songs that are on there are in the series, and they're played throughout all the seasons, especially during certain moments that I guess are provided for them to be played along with, basically they're provided to be very appropriate for. So yeah, I ended up getting this. The reason I got it was I was very curious about, if there was, any more information on Evergreen Nights. I just, out of curiosity, wanted to see if maybe there were still options to download an MP3 of the songs and all that. And suddenly this came up, and I looked and I saw it was from Return to Analog. And when I looked at how I could get it from Return to Analog, which is a Canadian store online and physically, basically I saw that the shipping cost of this would have been a lot more than what I got it for. I mean, I got it for a decent price. I think it was 23 something, and it was a lot cheaper to get it through Amazon than directly from Return to Analog, which of course Return to Analog is associated and partnered with Amazon to get these albums out to people a lot quicker, if not cheaper, than getting it directly from them. But yeah, this is number 427 out of 500, and I'm actually glad to have it. I also ended up getting. Let me just make sure, because I don't know if I showed you this. Not that one. Not here. I also ended up getting this for my job. This is the Purple Rain soundtrack on vinyl. This is the same way that they released the Michael Jackson Thriller album. They basically released it like this, which I also have. So I ended up getting this about a month ago or so to add to my collection. So I ended up getting that. The only thing that I'm missing out on is getting one of those display cases that you just put down on the ground or somewhere, and you put your albums on that or in that. But I think I got them fine with it the way they are. But yeah, I ended up, like I said, getting Evergreen Nights, and then before that, of course, what I just showed you, Purple Rain. And then about a week ago, I think was it a week ago? Yeah, it was about a week ago. It's surprising it's been a week. I ended up getting this. I ordered this actually at the beginning of August. I think it was on August 5th. And it didn't get to me until about almost 15 days later, I would say. But it's the first issue of Transformers and My Little Pony's Friendship in Disguise crossover. The second issue did come out. I still got to get my hands on that. But this was the first one, and I knew I wanted to get it because basically I like both of them. I like both franchises or both interpretations of them. The Transformers that are shown here, they're kind of it's a blend of Generation 1, and it's a modern take basically on Generation 1. Like, you have the characters in the Generation 1 models and designs, along with some new characters that pretty much are given sort of a Generation 1 treatment as if they were always part of it. And then, of course, you got the characters from Friendship is Magic as you know them, and drawn actually as if they just jumped off the screen and into the comic. So, yeah, I ended up getting that, really happy about it. Still have to read through it and do a review. And then yesterday, well, actually, before I get into that, the other pickups I did recently, over the past few weeks, past month, I ended up getting Scarlet of the G.I. Joe Classified series. They do have the other ones out there. I think they have to restock on them because the more these are out, the more they're going to sell. And I don't know if they're going to restock. I'm sure they are, or they're pulling them back because the Snake Eyes movie's being pushed back to next year. So I don't know, but I think they'd want to make some money on it, and I'm actually happy to have this one in my collection. I still have to get, what was it, Duke, Roadblock, Cobra Commander, Baroness, and a few others. So I still got to get them eventually. So yeah, that's gonna take time. So that's gonna take time, but I'm actually glad to have her in the collection. And it's my first GI Joe in like a long time. And then around the same time, I'm like I said in the room tour. This is my Optimus Prime. This is actually the alternate universe Optimus Prime, the Deep Sleep Mode Optimus, which is based off the '86 movie. I ended up getting this finally. Yeah, it says alternate universe Optimus Prime. Basically what it is it's Optimus Prime in grayscale. I think if I show you that, see right there? It's Optimus Prime in grayscale. And why he's in grayscale is it's based off his death scene. Yeah. They actually created a figure. It's just basically it's a remodel, a remold, or recoloring of the Earthrise. I think it's the Earthrise Optimus, or is it the Siege Optimus? I'm not really sure. Oh, wait a minute. Which one? What are they called? Let me see. I know I have a couple of them here. Hold on. This one is it just says trilogy, War for Cybertron trilogy. But it's basically the same mold as that one. Well, same mold. It's just a recoloring to make him look like how he did when he died in the '86 movie. So I have that. So I ended up getting that along with Scarlet. But I got the Optimus off Amazon and Scarlet through my job. And then yesterday, I ended up getting another Transformer. This one, of course, is Hoist. It's part of the Earthrise chapter of War for Cybertron. So I got Hoist. I ended up getting him yesterday. And basically, these are these are basically remolds and modernized versions of the classic G1 toys for today's generation and for collectors. So yeah, we got Hoist here. Ended up getting him. And then probably the most unique MLP item I've added to my collection is right here behind me. But before I get to that one, I want to show off this. This is my new rainbow. This is actually new. This is an actually new Rainbow Dash ornament that came out. It's not the same as the original, which you can probably see back there. It's completely new. So I ended up getting her, which I'm glad to have. So that's 2 Rainbow Dashes, but 2 completely different ones. Or 3 Rainbow Dashes. But completely different. They are completely different. And then, finally, we could talk about this one. And again, I said this is probably one of the most strangest and unique MLP collectibles that I've gotten. It's based off Pony Life, of course. And you're wondering, with the gimmick they gave this, that if it's going to be utilized in the series. And that is the Celestia figure. Magical Kiss Unicorn. It's Celestia, basically. It's Celestia. And of course she comes in a potion pack on the back. But the way you make her operate, and the rings operate too, so that's pretty cool. But, and I got my receipt in there. But the way you make her operate is you do this, and she comes on. She does stuff like that. And, you know, you wonder, you know, are they gonna give her this gimmick in Pony Life? But why would they give it to her for? Why would they give her this gimmick? And all that, you know, that's what I want to know. It's got lots of reactions, basically. So, again, it makes you wonder exactly what they have planned for the character, if they're going to utilize this gimmick. I mean, this is basically Celestia. It's not Magical Kisses Unicorn. It's Celestia. Period. I mean, you got all that and everything. And when it comes to the Celestia figures I have, and I'm sure anybody would agree with this is probably the most strangest one you're going to find, because it's like, if she's in the series, will they utilize this? But how are they going to utilize it? And there's only one male character that could benefit from this. And it's recently been revealed in a sneak peek that he goes to college. So, makes you wonder. I don't really know. And she does have wings, so that's pretty cool. They do operate, I think. Yeah, they do. I'd have to take her out. I'm not going to do that right now, but yeah, it makes you wonder, like, what in the world are they thinking about with this kind of a figure for Celestia? Because you take a look at all the other figures of Celestia, and it's like, I don't recall this. I mean, I recall one of the earlier ones where she, you know, you brush her hair and she speaks, and she's like, oh, how beautiful I am, and how, oh, you brush my hair, kind of. Okay, we know about that, but she's never done this. So this is one of the more unique ones out there. It's one of the more unique ones out there. But anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for these recent pickups. Let me know what you guys all think about them down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Celestia figure. Let me know what your thoughts are on me having the Evergreen Knights re-release, the crossover for Transformers Pony Life first issue, and some of the other stuff I showed you as well. Let me know down below. Comment if you like. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. I'm out.